Are you torn between which fertilizers to use this season? Or maybe you're brand new to lawn care and you don't even know where to start? Well, in this video, we're going to cover a bunch of different types and different price ranges and find out which is the best fit for you. Alright, so the first set of fertilizers we're going to take a look at are your common big box store type of fertilizers that you can find at Lowe's and Home Depot. Some will call these the cheap fertilizers, but we'll get into that in a little bit. When it comes to these store-bought fertilizers, they definitely do have some benefits to them. And I would say one of the biggest selling points is that they're easily accessible. You could just go to the store, buy yourself a bag, and throw it down and you'll see fast results. But there's definitely some cons when it comes to the store-bought stuff. Mainly, you know, if you're really big into organic gardening and organic lawn care, then there's not a lot of organic options. Pretty much one of your only options is Milorganite, which I'm sure you've seen in a lot of lawn care videos. Awesome fertilizer, gonna give you that deep green lawn, but the price has just skyrocketed. I remember just 2 years ago, this stuff was like $5-6 a bag, and now all of a sudden it's like $16-17 a bag. The demand has shot through the roof. They hiked up the prices, and I personally think that's a lot of money to be throwing down for some Milorganite, but it's a great fertilizer. Now this product over here is a product that a lot of people like to knock. It's the Scott's Weed and Feed. And you know what? I'm not gonna knock the Weed and Feed because I remember before I got hardcore into lawn care, it actually did a lot to transform my lawn. What this is gonna do, not only is it gonna feed your lawn and help it green up, but it's also gonna help kill weeds. The main ingredient weed killer is called 2,4-D in here, which is a fantastic weed killer. It's in a lot of professional herbicides like Speed Zone, and it's gonna do a good job getting rid of that. So if you're not really hardcore trying to get into lawn care and you have weeds and you wanna feed your grass, I definitely think the Scott's Weed and Feed is a good option. Over here, this is one of my favorite fertilizers you could buy at the big box store. It's called Scott's Weed Preventer Plus Starter Fertilizer. If you're seeding any grass seed and you want to prevent weeds plus feed the grass seed that's popping up, this is going to do an awesome job. It contains tenacity, aka mesotrione, which is the only herbicide that you could apply to your lawn when you're seeding, and it won't inhibit the grass seed from growing. Awesome stuff if you're planting grass seed. You're probably going to be seeing a lot of these type of fertilizers right here, which is the Scott's Turf Builder. And these are like specific for seasons, and they have a specific analysis of the NPK ratios that best fit different seasons. These are good for people that are in like run and gun situations. They just want to throw down some fertilizer. I would kind of compare this to like buying cut up fruit from the supermarket. I mean, it's easy, ready to go, and you know when to throw it down. Over here, this is a simple general purpose fertilizer. It has equal parts nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, 10% of each one. And this is good, like say if you didn't do a soil test or you don't feel like doing a soil test, this will be a good general fertilizer to put down on your lawn. If you haven't applied any fertilizer in a long time, odds are you might be low on those nutrients. So this will be a good thing to feed your lawn through all three categories. So this bad boy over here is the notorious Milorganite. This is an organic fertilizer made from biosolids, essentially made from like human crap from the sewage systems. And I love using Milorganite. I usually throw it down about once per year. It has a really high phosphorus rate into it. So if you don't do a soil test, you could potentially be doing more harm than good to your soil if you use this. But what's good about it is that it has a lot of iron in it. It leads to a really dark green up. I mean, it gives you that dark green lawn. I'm sure you guys heard about this before. The only problem I don't like about it is that they hiked up those prices, but you know, I mean, what are you gonna do? Supply and demand. I guess that's capitalism. What's good about Milorganite is it's organic and it's slow release fertilizer, and it reacts to the warmer temperatures. So as soon as, you know, the temperatures heat up, then it starts breaking down those microorganisms and it starts feeding your lawn. And that's when you're really gonna see like a green up. For me, it's in the late springtime I start to see it. See, the thing about these Scott's products and these Lesco products is that they're fully synthetic. Some people might not feel safe applying that to their lawn if they have kids or they have dogs running around. So Milorganite is going to be a good option, or another one would be like purely organic lawn food. Those are two organic fertilizers and you don't have to worry about, you know, anybody stepping in it. The labels on these fertilizers say once you water them in and it dries, then they're safe for people to walk on. But I could totally see why some people might not feel comfortable with that. Another fertilizer you could buy from the store that I really enjoy using is this Lesco professional grade fertilizer down here. It doesn't have any phosphorus in it, which I like because when I apply heavy amounts of Milorganite, I could apply that fertilizer and not worry about overdoing my phosphorus levels. So if you're trying to shoot for a fertilizer that's like on the upper end of the spectrum inside the stores, then I would say Let's Go is definitely a good option. Speaking of the Let's Go products, since we're back here in the lawn and I haven't applied any fertilizer this year, I'm going to go ahead and throw down my first application of fertilizer. I usually like to go really light on the application, usually between a quarter pound of nitrogen and a half a pound of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet. All right, since we just talked about fertilizers, let's talk about spreaders a little bit. Right here, this is my spreader. It's a Let's Go 80-pound commercial grade spreader. Totally overkill for my situation, and I'm actually looking to downgrade it because it's too big for my property. So if you guys are thinking about getting one of these bad boys and your lawn is less than like say 7,500 square feet, I would probably stay away from one of these and opt more for like one of the Scott's ones or an Earthway spreader where you can get a more controlled spread. A couple things I definitely do like about this spreader is the pneumatic tires, because if you have a bumpy lawn, then that can agitate the spreader to the point where it can pop out extra fertilizer and you can over apply and get dead spots in your lawn. So if you are looking for a spreader, I definitely recommend getting one with pneumatic tires. A few of them that have those would be the Echo, the Earthway, the Let's Go's. So just do your research and find out which one is best for you. You've probably seen these kind of spreaders in the store. This is something called a drop spreader, and traditionally it's used to spread grass seed. I don't recommend using this specific spreader to spread fertilizer because it's very easy to get uneven patterns and you'll start seeing striping in your lawn. Not to mention sometimes they don't have the best spread, say compared to a broadcast spreader like the Let's Go, where it shoots out the fertilizer evenly in a fan. So unless you're seeding, I would probably stay away from one of these. I'm getting ready to throw this down, and real quick I want to give you guys a quick tip on how to spread fertilizer and what setting you should use for specific fertilizers. I know that there's a bag rate on the bag, but you actually don't have to follow that if you try this one trick. If you take a look inside the hopper, you can see that it opens and closes, and you could adjust how big the opening of the hopper is. So take a look at your prill size and see exactly what the size of that would equal out to in the opening, and then set it a little less than that. And this is going to spread the fertilizer super slow around your yard. You might do a couple laps around the yard, but that's all right because you're going to get a more even coverage. You won't risk burning your lawn, and it's a good exercise. All right, we're in my front lawn right now, and I'm getting ready to throw down some fertilizer. These are a couple of the premium boutique type fertilizers that I have. Well, some of the benefits of these is that they have more micronutrients in them. Also, they contain more organic compounds. I know specifically this flagship from Yard Mastery is like half synthetic and half organic. It has the Bionite in it, which is similar to Milorganite. And what's good about these is not only are you going to get the fast acting nitrogen to get that quick green up, but you're also going to get the slow acting nitrogen that will help keep that green up consistent. Technically, these fertilizers are a bit more expensive than those big box options that we took a look at earlier, but really it's not as much as people would think. Like a bag of Scott's is like $45 and a bag of this is like $54. So you're talking like $9–10 difference between the two. I haven't personally tried the flagship yet, so this is going to be my first time trying it out. We're in my front lawn right now. I like to use more premium fertilizers up here because I'm trying to get that golf course lawn. I just seeded this KBG back in the fall, and I know it doesn't look great right now, but hopefully with a little bit of this nitrogen, we'll be able to push some of that growth and be able to spread some of that KBG out more before the summertime. Another thing that I like about these premium fertilizers, say compared to the other ones from the store, is not only do they contain macros like NPK, but they also contain micros like magnesium and boron and copper and zinc and everything else. Granted, your lawn might not need those depending on your soil test, but it's always good to have that extra nutrient boost. Aside from the micronutrients, these fertilizers also contain some iron in them, which is going to give us that deep green, dark, thick lawn that we all want. So not only are you going to feed the lawn with the NPK and the micronutrients, but you're also going to get those deep greening effects from the iron. Another type of premium fertilizer that I personally just started using recently last season are liquid fertilizers. This is a 16:4:8 from Simple Lawn Solutions. I feel like that's a good balanced NPK ratio specifically for my lawn because it fits my needs perfectly. What's good about the liquid fertilizers, kind of think about it as like a fast acting ibuprofen. You know, once you take it, it's gonna go to work immediately. It's gonna break down into the soil and it's gonna release those nutrients almost immediately. Not to mention, if you spray it foliarly, it's gonna be absorbed by the plant right away. So you could actually see the greening effects from liquid fertilizer the very next day after applying it. Definitely the con when it comes to these liquid fertilizers is the cost per pound of nitrogen. When you buy a granular fertilizer, you're definitely gonna get more money per pound of nitrogen than the liquid stuff. But you also have to keep in mind that you're not going to put down the same amount of nitrogen with a liquid fertilizer versus, say, a granular fertilizer, because a lot of the times you'll be applying it directly to the plant and it just doesn't need that much, whereas a granular needs to take time to break down. Not to mention, some of the granules are coated with a special polymer. Hey, what's up, neighbor? That's all right, I'll put you in the video. But yeah, like I was saying, some of these granules, they have a polymer coating on them which actually break down more slow. So you're able to apply more nutrients to the lawn at one time. Another thing with the liquid ferts is that you have to be careful when you apply it that you don't over apply. Liquid fertilizer could tend to burn your lawn easily if you're not careful and you don't follow the label 100%. I personally had to learn that the hard way last year and I ended up burning a lot of my lawn. So when you apply it, make sure you follow the label 100%. If it says water it in, make sure you water it in because the application rates are very precise. So actually, I'm excited to try out this flagship. I'm gonna apply about a 1/4 pound of nitrogen to my lawn right now. The KBG right now is actually still sleeping. It's still about 50 degrees here in Chicago and it's extremely slow to wake up. So I'm hoping applying a little bit of this is gonna help boost it up. And then maybe in a week or two, I'll take a look at how the lawn looks and I'll apply an application of liquid fertilizer. But hey, if this is your first time to my channel, my name's George and I'm obsessed with my lawn. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed this content, make sure you hit that little thumbs up button. And with that, this is George from Princess Cut. Peace.